Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It's again a new sort of thing because Atelier Ryza 3 has been announced, and yeah, I just want to tell you about it a little bit here. So the full name of the game is Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End and the Secret Key. It's going to come out for the PS4, PS5, the Nintendo Switch, and then also on PC via Steam. And there's even release dates, which is nice. So February 22nd, 2023 in Japan, and then 2 days later, February 24th, is when the worldwide release will be happening. I always find it interesting, by the way, that the title with all the Ryza games are, you know, Alchemist of the, or not Alchemist, but something and then the something. It's not exactly unique to the Ryza, which, well, trilogy, I guess it will be, but I think it's an interesting little pattern when it comes to the naming they've fallen into there. There's actually several trailers that have been released. Koei Tecmo did a live stream thing, and I think I first saw the game when they did the Nintendo Direct. Now, I'm not here to show you everything, but I'm gonna show you just a few things here and there that I've seen, and then hopefully that'll give you a good overview if you want to do some deeper reading. So the very first thing I noticed is, yeah, this game looks more and more like Breath of the Wild, doesn't it? I guess Genshin Impact we can now throw in as well. That's, you know, that sort of cel-shaded anime look. That's a thing now. Maybe I guess it's a genre. I don't mind. Better than trying to look really realistic, because I don't think that quite works. Basically, they said the story is about the fact that some floating islands show up, and then Ryza and the gang investigate, you know, what is going on there. Again, summer is the theme here, and the end of, you know, this being like the end of an era, the end of a youthful period of their lives, is the theme of this game. You know, that's this thing that they always did. Like, remember back in the day when Atelier games had a time limit and you really noticed the passage of time? So I'm glad that they somehow got rid of that time pressure, but still gave you that feeling of passage of time. I think that's very nice that they somehow kept that. When Ryza says, you know, bye, by looking at her Atelier building thingy, I don't know, that's just like, you know, when you have like that sudden feel where it hits you a little bit emotionally, kind of did that. I guess I'm just naturally a sentimental person, so hence why, yeah, that had an effect on me there. So what's really interesting is that they said there'll be 11 playable characters, so that's quite a bit. Bose being one of them. There's actually a trailer from him, like, you know, showing him specifically there. So he actually joins now. In terms of battle, they just showed a little bit, like there's a support system of some kind like we had before. It looks a little bit different. There's like a little diagonal thing that comes across the screen that looks a little bit like a Disgaea thing. You know what I mean, right? Like when they do a team attack. And then there's the keys that are mentioned in the title. There's like a whole bunch of them, and apparently they can be used like in synthesis as well, not just for unlocking stuff. And that's actually said in an interview there, which I'll get to in a bit. But what I find really interesting is that they didn't call it an open world game. They called it open field, I think, is the specific wording they used. And it really looked like, you know, you can like just go everywhere. It does mention seamless transitions. There will be like 4 regions. So I don't know if it's, you know, maybe it's just 4 regions that are somewhat open world-ish. But I think it would be really cool if they could, you know, go that far. Because, you know, like Atelier Ryza in general, it just feels like so close to being a very refined game. So hopefully it'll get there in this installment. At least the editing really made it look AAA-ish in all the various trailers there. So apparently there's like an interview, or I guess several interviews with the producer of the game, Junso Hosoi? Anyways. One thing in, yeah, I guess it's 2 different interviews. Anyways, one's on Noisy Pixel, the other one is on thegamer.com. Maybe I'm just stupid, I'm looking at the same interview and just on 2 different websites. Anyways, one of the questions that the producer was asked is, you know, about the whole thing of having the same character in all 3 games. Because you know how it is with the other Atelier games, where the previous main protagonist becomes like a mentor sort of character, and then the spotlight changes to a new young character. But the point here with the Ryza games is to show the actual growth of a character, you know, how their mentality changes, and, you know, this whole move to adulthood, right? and the gradual end of one's youthful part of their life. Not that you are, you know, suddenly old, but you know what I mean. It's like that. It's like transitioning from, you know, your teens into your 20s, that sort of thing, I suppose. It also mentions here that there's not going to be multiple endings because, well, that's just the thing they've decided for when it comes to the, I guess it's not the Ryza series, it's the Secret series is what it's officially called. And also about the whole open field, you know, with seamless transitions, about what that is. The producer, I don't know, it was a bit vague about it. Like, it'd say some of the maps were meant to be very large, so there's no transition between things. But I guess the question is it like, can you climb every rock? It does look so, you know, Breath of the Wild when they show this, you know, Ryza just exploring the world. But I wonder if it's a little, you know, if there's invisible walls we're just not seeing because we're not playing it ourselves, right? It's also worth mentioning that, yes, there is a limited edition as well as a standard edition. There's an early purchase bonus, which I think applies to everything, which is a summer look costume set. It's a set of 7 costumes, so like, you know, like beachwear, that sort of thing. So all the console versions will have limited editions, which are 110 US. I'm just now right here in the European Koei Tecmo site, and it doesn't show me anything from Ryza 3, but on the NISA store, it shows some stuff, the American version. So what does it come with? It doesn't really show everything, but it does come obviously with the game. And it does say it has a premium box, and hopefully the game is actually in it. It does say contains, but maybe it's, you know, a lot of times the games are like separate from the box, which I hope it's not. There's an art book, a B2 cloth poster, B2 sized, I should say, main acrylic character charm, or mini acrylic character charm, special clear file, set of 2. So we've had that before, didn't we? And then there's an early access serial code for Ryza's marine look of Kirk and Shore costume. So sounds like an old costume. Is that an older costume or is it? No, it is a different costume, right? But yeah, so that's Atelier Ryza 3 for now. I did find it funny how somebody on Twitter noticed that in every installment, Ryza's thighs are becoming larger. So very good observational skills, as I said in the last video. So yeah, let me know what you like about, or what you're excited about in this game, what you hope they change from the previous games, and you know, what do you think the look of it, and how this, what the direction of this series is. Also makes me wonder, because Ryza has been by far the most popular character and also series for the Atelier series. I wonder if they'll do like a 4th game like they did with the Arlen series, because you know, that was decently popular before Ryza happened, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do something there. Also, one thing I want to mention as well is I found it's really funny, but when you see the cover of the game, like the perspective is really funky. Like, I don't quite understand the picture. So it's like there's like this cliff ledge, and then normally I really like the art in Atelier Ryza. It has, I don't know, it evokes some sort of childlike wonder when it comes to, I don't know, like how everything looks, the softness of the line work, and it's somehow, you know, mystical looking appearance there. But like the perspective I don't understand. So there's Ryza sitting there, and then and then Tao and Lent are like, they're, I don't know, it's like it's like as if they're simultaneously, you know, in the background looking further into the background, or they're in front and are looking at a giant Ryza. And it's the same with you know, Claudia in the back there. It's just, I don't know, it just looks kind of funky. Maybe if they just overlap the ledges in a way that makes it more clear that they're in the background, then it would make sense. And it's just how they're positioned there exactly. It's like they're looking at some sort of you know, they're like, oh my god, we found a giant. Especially like Tao with his like binoculars or whatever. He's it's quite amusing. But yeah, that's that. Thank you very much for watching, and no doubt I will be getting this game, and I'll be eager to play it and see what it's like. I really hope that the game manages to refine some more things, like the animations, and then make it like a nice finale for. What a nice metaphor that would be, to not just have the character evolve and mature, but the series as well, when with a potentially refined open world experience. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.